All right, now we are down in the basement. I just came down the staircase from the kitchen. You do also have an exterior door for this basement. It is a walkout. So at the bottom of the stairs, you've got the laundry tucked right in here. Really nice appliances. Washer and dryer are going to stay. There is also a utility sink. On the other side of the stairs, we have the water system. There's a drilled well here, and there is a softener system. It does not work all the time. It seems to be a little temperamental, so the owner has been trying to figure out the cycle that it's on. So you may want to have that checked out. You do have a jet pump here. So I don't think that we know where the wellhead is outside. It might be buried underground. It could technically be a dug well, but you do see it's quite deep. There's the pipe going from the jet pump outside, and there's your pressure tank. So great water pressure here. It's delicious drinking water. Basement always has a little bit of dampness. There is no dehumidifier running here. The hot water is coming directly off the boiler. So one opportunity to dry this basement out would be to install a heat pump water heater. They do an amazing job of dehumidifying a space. So all the dampness that you see is not ever standing water. It's just damp. Really nice oil tank. It's currently full. This is in very good condition. I will say the legs are a little rusty, but the tank itself looks great. There is a steam boiler. This is was installed Quality Plumbing and Heating, which is now known as Mirabito. There's a Beckett burner here, and you can also see that the oil line does have the vinyl coating on it like it should. There's a water feeder, so you don't have to come down and manually feed this for the steam to work. There's also a little service tag there with some descriptions of what's been done. Over here, we've got the electrical panel, 100 amp service. They do have things labeled over here, so you know what everything relates to. Let me drop it like that, okay. And at some point there was an electric hot water tank. It's not here anymore, obviously, but that's why there was a separate breaker installed, a little sub panel just for that. So if you wanted to put a water heater down here, you certainly could do that. So it's mostly a poured concrete foundation through this area here. And then you can see that the upper level does have block. Back in a day, long time ago, there used to be an under garage. That's why this is framed out a little bit differently. But you don't need to have that anymore because we have a detached garage. The door on the left is electrified. We do have a remote opener for this, and there's also a keypad code to get in. So for anyone who really wants, craves a garage, this is a fantastic garage space. You do have power out here, a little bit of lighting. There's, several light bulbs out here. Let's go over and by the man door, we can flip the switches. Oh, breakers might be off, my bad. And then we do also have a button to close the garage door. So you can see that operates just fine. Okie doke. Now we're gonna go out through the side door and check out the outside of the house. So from the driveway, which is paved, you could enter through the basement door. That's where I just exited. There's a front door. Or most of the time, you'll probably come this way, up the walkway. Do be careful. I want to point out it's not in perfect condition. It's an old brick walkway. I love the charm of it, but if you have mobility issues or balance issues, this is not in perfectly level condition. So we do have PVC railings all around the deck. There is a step down, so when the boards switch from going in this direction to this direction, there's a step here. Want to be sure to point that out. So this is a fantastic space overlooking this great yard. Oh, the birds are chirping. So it goes just about to that very large evergreen tree right there, right along that line. And then up along this line where there's been some trees cut down. So that's the neighbor's pool. That's the neighbor's house right there. The line comes right through here and goes up out to the street. So you have a very large shed dormer on the back of the house. That's what allows to have all these windows in the bedrooms and bathroom upstairs. Give you a level view here of the yard. White vinyl siding, colonial blue shutters. Have not had much traffic go by here today so far, but I will say it's not a lightly traveled road. You know, this is kind of a well-traveled road connecting Bennington to Pownell and a lot of residential areas beyond here. So there's a nice buffer of trees between you and the neighbor. Jack Frost is just up and over the corner. That's a Christmas tree farm. Shingled roof, 0.63 acres, and we're about a mile from Main Street. So this is a really easy little commute to get into town for an adorable 2-bed, 1.5 bath house on 0.63 acres.